Today, we're on the hunt for some bargain red wines under $25. I'm Jason.
And I'm Trent, and we're here on an unapologetically unprofessional, unfiltered wine journey. Let's say here, Jace.
Our saying is drink more, try more, learn more. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Look, we do have some fantastic bottles in front of us, and we've got them blind. We've got them blind because we don't want to assess them based on label, location, or anything else. We just want to assess them on the quality because we are on the hunt to find bargain red wines for under $25. Times are tough. Cost of living is high. I've recently been on a string of buying probably 3 bottles in a row where I went, you know what, stuff it. I'm going to spend $100+. I don't care. And I was bitterly disappointed each time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, maybe there's a better bracket to save some money on and get some value wines.
Because we are the podcast for the normal people, though, right?
That's right.
Because we see some people, they're drinking like $100, $200 bottles of wine, right? Rousseau, Burgundy, this and that. We want to make sure we still have these $25 bottle of wines that are very much accessible.
And my wallet wants me to make sure I'm drinking those.
And your wife as well.
And my wife as well. Now, we're fortunate to have these 2 bottles of wine sponsored by Annandale Cellars. We haven't tried these wines. We've covered them up so that we can base them on base them on what they're tasting and smelling in the glass. But certainly, thanks to Annandale Cellars, check them out. They're a great independent, family-owned, operating wine store in Sydney's inner west. And I've bought a few bottles from them. They've got a great range. If you want to check out their website, acellars.com.au, they deliver all around Sydney. I think I bought a Chem Helm dry Riesling from there, actually.
Nice.
So they've had a look at their collection and what they have to offer, and they've sponsored us and said these 2 wines present great value for that under $25 range. And so that's what we want to find out.
Bang for your buck.
Bang for your buck. What did I say?
Bang for your back?
I don't want my back banging.
Or bang for your butt as well. That's something else.
That's right. And so we might start off with the tasting, and we've got 2 in front of us. One is a bit lighter, maybe in color. Trent's going to show them to screen. This one's a red that looks a bit lighter. This one a bit darker. And we might start off with just trying the lighter one and see how we go. It's certainly a nice ruby color, which maybe is an indication of what it could be.
Could be a grape varietal. Starts with P.
We never get that right. We need to find out which one is it. Is it variety or varietal? But tasting it, I mean, you could tell by the look. There's red fruits on the nose. Bit of green herbiness on it. Tiny bit of earth and soil in there. You've had a taste.
Classic Pinot for me, like strawberries, cherry. Still feels a bit tight. No. Has sort of the back end of that kind of greenness and bitterness to it as well on the back palate, but really has that kind of element of spice kicking in as well.
Yeah, that
really comes through. So I think is a more like a medium-bodied kind of Pinot.
Yeah, I can't taste the greenness on the palate, but definitely the spice. Yeah. It's spice, a bit of earth in there.
But Pinot for under $25. That's hard, right? Normally Pinot is a fickle grape varietal.
Correct. It's hard to grow.
Yeah.
Which already increases the price.
I mean, I think Pinot, $50, $60 already. So for under $25 for that, that's pretty good.
I had a Pinot at a restaurant and I didn't know what it was, but it was their house Pinot. Went to the waiter at the end and said, "What was that?" He showed me the bottle. It was one of those Snoop Dogg crime. What is it?
19 Crimes. 19
Crimes Pinot. But I could tell that it was a cheaper Pinot because it was quite sweet. It was almost like there was a lick of sugar that had been added to it, which made it very easy to drink.
How much was it?
Oh, I didn't look at the final price, but it's certainly quite cheap being their house Pinot. But it didn't have some of the things that I can get here, which is that earthy and spiciness to it. There's a bit more complexity within this wine than what I would expect with one of those house wines. So that's good value. What are you, in terms of what would you pay for this? If we know this is in the $25 bracket, do you think it fits within there?
I think it's punching above its weight. Like, it doesn't have that strong element of expensive oak that some Pinots have.
Mm.
It's more fruit driven, but has that kind of element of spice that gives it a bit more depth to it. So I reckon it'd be like $40, $50.
Yeah, it's certainly higher than 25. And now tasting it again, the length on it in terms of that spice and that earthiness is actually quite surprising. I'd probably put it around 30 to 40, so around that range. Certainly above the 25. Difficult to find for Pinots. Let's move on to the darker one. And so if we hold this up to the screen, you can tell there, it's kind of a dark purple. It's got a bit of a more musky, almost savory smell to it.
Savory is definitely the word. A lot more juicier and plusher compared to the Pinot as well. But again, it has that kind of kick of spice that comes through. Under $25.
It's got a bit of grip to it in terms of the tannins on there.
Do you like this one?
Like off the first bat, probably not my go-to. It's not a wine where I'm thinking, oh, that's disgusting, but I'm not enjoying it. I'm trying to work out why that's the case.
I think it's this doesn't feel Australian. It feels a lighter bodied type of red, but it's not a Pinot. It's kind of like medium bodied.
Medium bodied,
yeah. Bit more lighter, elegant. It's not a big hit. You mentioned 19 Crimes. It's not like that. It doesn't have the sweetness, that savory touch. Would I pay $25 for it? Probably.
It's got a bit of like the texture on it. It's kind of got like this particles or this grittiness around it. It's got a different feel, which makes you think it isn't really one of the classic Aussie ones that we've had. I was thinking from the color it would have been a straight away one.
I'm going to use this word. There's feeling a bit more mineral.
In terms of texture or in terms of taste like the flavor?
Taste, flavor.
I think that's the savoriness. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I do think that this is more on par with what I'd expect from a $25 wine. It'd be interesting around what it is and where it's from to see that. And
Should we find out?
Let's do the reveal. So we've got some here. Let's you reveal the first one, Trent.
What is it? 2023 Mount Trio Pinot Noir from Porongurup, Western Australia, which is Great Southern.
And then, it's got a DOC on there. So Montepulciano Abruzzo?
Podere.
Umani Ronchi 2023.
Yeah.
I haven't had many Montepulcianos. Have you?
Not that many. But I know, now that we uncovered it, Porongurup, Great Southern, we're hearing a lot of good things from them.
Yeah.
This is a cracker for under $25.
Yeah, I agree. The Great Southern and that region of Porongurup is certainly coming up. So Mount Trio, Annandale Cellars tasting notes were, this is a Pinot Noir from Mount Trio. It's part of their single vineyard series of wines and really a fantastic value, a nicely aromatic expression of Pinot Noir, cherry and fine chalk texture that you rarely see at this price point. Fine chalk, did you get that?
Yeah.
Mount Trio itself, so established in 1989 by winemaker Gavin Berry and his wife Gil Graham, and they run a regime of low intervention vineyards in the area. It's typically an area that has warm, dry summers and cool, wet winters, and so they're good for Pinot and Riesling. And Gavin's been working in the Great Southern region for 30 years as a winemaker, so maybe that's what's shining through. That's good value.
I'm loving that. Yeah, that's really good.
For $25, that's so rare for a Pinot.
The more I drink it, the more I love it, actually.
And are you getting anything else? That was the second time that you're drinking it?
No, it has that little grippiness to it. Like you do want some food with it, but that kind of sign of a good wine. Sometimes that does have length, not big length, but has length and has grip, and it's got that savoriness as well. Yeah.
For Pinot, that's bang on. Good find. Thank you, Annandale Cellars, for that recommendation. The other one is a 2023 Umani Ronchi. Ronchi? Podere Montepulciano. What did you say? D'Abruzzo. The Abruzzo sounds right. 2023.
We've done this podcast for nearly 2 years, but I think your Italian hasn't really improved.
Come on. Super Mario for Mario Brothers likes it. So what did they say? They said, Anna Del Seller's tasting notes, a good value red with complexity and easy to enjoy. Small smells of darker fruits and softer spice. Yeah, you can get that. The taste is immediately appealing with soft spiced red and black fruit. Silky soft tannins. You love it with any meats, pasta or casserole. Nothing harsh to see here. 13% alcohol. So for import, an Italian wine, again, $25, that's pretty rare.
Pretty rare, considering all the taxes and everything on top of that one. So I think
did they do that?
that's pretty good. Have this with your spag bowl, I reckon.
Yes. Definitely could imagine that. In terms of the preference, I think the Great Southern Pinot is absolutely a go-to. I'd absolutely buy that. The other one probably need to have more Montepulciano to have a reference points against. Still good, $25. Great for an import. Any last thoughts from you?
I think last thoughts is that for under $25, there's still a lot of wines there that provide phenomenal value, like especially like Mount Trio, Pinot. But go out there, explore. There's like so much out there probably that they're still waiting to be uncovered.
Absolutely. I'm thinking about why the hell am I spending $100 and getting disappointed? Spend the $25. I'm more likely to get excited about what I'm tasting.
We recently had a wine that was $150, right?
Yes.
And that was slightly disappointing.
Yeah, absolutely. So lower your expectations. Let your price point, let your wallet feel safe, and that's what you can have. We're really interested in the community below. In the comments below, if anyone out there has a great recommendation of a bargain red wine for under $25, please put it in the comments below. We want to give it a try and spread the word. That's us at The Wine Up. As we like to say here, drink more, try more, learn more.